let's look at creating our model. First, we're going to go back to our solution where we figured out what we wanted. And we're going to clean it up. Okay, so I'm going to just make sure that I've got things as cleaned up as I can so that when I import, I don't have to deal with extra things in my import that I don't really want to look at. So I'll clean up my views and my crop regions and things like that. In my 3D, I'll make sure that I've hidden things that I don't want to see. I'll make sure that my walls connect to the roof level, and that again that I've hidden things that I'm not going to want to see in my other views when I import. So that's the first thing to do is go clean it up and save it. And then you'll need to close it. Now we're going to start a new systems model. New Imperial Systems template. And I'll do a quick save as, just so that I've got it being saved. So this is my one space HVAC model. And I'll do a little bit of work here to get it to look like what I want. I'm going to close down the electrical and the plumbing because I'm doing HVAC. And I'll make sure that I have my system browser, view, user interface, systems, because I'm going to want to see what's going on in there. And I really just need to see mechanical, which is HVAC. You can make this bigger or smaller as you need to as you're working. And so then, of course, we're ready to insert. It's a link of my Revit model of my one space solution that I just cleaned up. And there it is. And I can go and do my little bit of cleanup that I'm going to do. This is probably going to want to be like a 1/4 inch equals a foot. We'll figure that out later, but if I can start with a good guess based on my experience, that'll be a good start. Hide the crop region. And there we go. I'm ready. If I ever need to find where I put that, I can go to my imports and which import did I just do there? Manage links. And I can always go back and click on it and reload it if I can't find that file. So there we go. We're ready to go. The order is air terminals, AHUs, ducting. So let's put in the air terminal first. That's under systems, air terminal. Now I have to go back and figure out what it was that I had. I had an 11 by 11 on a 44 by 44 face. Okay, to match the one that I was choosing. So I need to make one of those. So edit the type, duplicate, 44 by 44, and 11 by 11. And of course, that was an 11 inch by 11 inch and a 44 inch by 44 inch. So that's what I can now put in. There it is. And I can find the middle-ish if I want. I can get it exactly in the middle. For what we're doing, it doesn't really need to be exactly in the middle, but if you want to, you can annotate a detail line. Let's get that middle actually correct. Should be able to find that middle. There it is. Now I've got it in the middle. Okay, but it goes at an elevation of 8 feet. I'm pretty sure that's where I was putting it. And it had a CFM of 375. Okay, air terminal placed. I can hide this line or just delete it. Air handler, that's under mechanical equipment. And I think I had a 0.9 ton, so I'm going to change it to a 1 ton. There are air handlers. Now I need to change it to a 1 ton. Duplicate. 01. This gets a little bit tough. I'm going to leave it the same physical size and use the same amount of voltage. That means I'm going to need about a 1/3 of this. So if I made it like 3,300, then my energy, my electrical will be about right. I don't know why that's doing that. There we go. And I'll make it a model 01. And then the other thing I need to do is figure out my ducting. So somewhere in here is the ducting size. So I'm going into an 11 by 11. And so that's usually a little bit bigger. So I'm going to make it a 14 inch. You can just guess at this. And I'll just put it over in the corner here somewhere. So that's step 2 that's done. Let's see how that looks. I think I want to see it from over at this angle. And I see these because they're part of my existing. I'm going to hide those in here for right now. There we go. Okay, so now I need to do a connection of some sort. Okay, so I think if this is at 8 feet, I can probably run at 10 feet, and then we'll just take a guess and see if we can. So I have a choice. I can do round ducting or rectangular ducting. I'll try it with round. Taps or T's. Both work. I'll try taps. I'll try T's. And set my diameter. My diameter was, I think, 12 inch when it was round. And I'll put it at 9.5. My ceiling is at 8. So that would mean that my trusses would be probably around 9. So the middle would be 9.5. Look from here. Come over somewhere around here. Couldn't quite make it. See if I can do a connect into. Nope, so it looks like it's going to have to be a little bit higher. Let's try it at 10. Connect into. There we go. So that's one of those things. You got to sort of play around with these a little bit and see what you can do. So if I want to maybe bend this around a little bit closer, click, connect into there. Nope, still too close. This is a lot of that playing around thing that you got to do to find a way. And you'll know they're just the contractor's just going to run it. You're just trying to find a reasonable spot. So there I've got the model. Air terminal, AHU, piping, ducting. Let's see what it looks like over here. My mechanical supply. I'll make this a little bit bigger now. So I've got a 14 by 12 exit hooking up to an 11 by 11 pipe duct, and it's going over to my AHU, and it's delivering 375 CFM. So that is create your model. You can see it on your floor plan. You can see it in your elevations. And you can see it in your 3D view. One last thing that you might want to do just to make sure that you have everything connected is show any disconnects of your ducting. And it shows my only one is my return grill, which since this is a single room, will just be an opening in my closet door. Okay, so that's how you create the model and make sure that you've got it right. For your workbook, you might want to do some sort of a view that looks like, I can find where I just put my snip. Here it is. Something that looks like that, where you can tag, your diffuser, your piping, and your AHU, and show that your only disconnect is there. Okay, there we go. That is create a model.